And in just a few hours, former President Trump is expected to surrender himself to authorities at the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. Mr. Trump and more than a dozen associates were indicted last week on charges alleging they tried to overturn the results of the 2020 election. Many of those charged have already turned themselves in. NewsNation's Robert Sherman is live outside the jail in Atlanta. And Robert, I have to believe that there's a sense of nervous energy happening right now.
I would, be hesitant to say that right now, Nick, just from the standpoint that we've been through this a few times already, is that once again, members of the press, members of law enforcement severely outnumbering demonstrators and things of that kind here today. But that does not take away from the fact that what we saw yesterday with the New York City Mayor, Rudy Giuliani, that was an absolute media frenzy out here. And now that we've gotten to the other side of that, we have a little bit of a better idea as to how this is going to be going today. For example, we know that the former president, currently in New Jersey right now, he'll be making that journey down to Georgia later today. He already has his bond negotiated at $200,000, meaning we're anticipating he'll come directly over here to the Fulton County Jail, where he'll turn himself in. In terms of what his booking will look like, we're anticipating he'll have his fingerprints taken. And according to the sheriff's office, unless they get strict rules otherwise or they're told to do something different, they will be taking a mugshot. But of course, Nick, this is all unprecedented.
Same thing happens to everybody. You get fingerprinted, you get booked, you get mugshot. It's a very unpleasant experience. We're in a place we've never been before in America. A former president and many of his closest allies.
Of course, these are uncharted waters that we're all dealing with here, but we've now seen several of the other major people in this case have had their mugshots taken, and they have been released to the public. That includes David Schaefer, Sidney Powell, as well as Rudy Giuliani as well. The one thing that is going to be different here today, Nick, than we've seen from the last three indictments is that the former president will not be in court after he turns himself in. The district attorney's office says they've scheduled that arraignment, or asked for it to be scheduled, for the week of September 5th. So that'll be the next date on our calendar that we'll all be looking at here.
And
Nick?
Robert, before you go, I understand you've been able to confirm some changes to Mr. Trump's legal team in the state of Georgia, correct?
Yeah, we've confirmed that directly with the attorney who will be representing him today. That would be Steve Sadow, who confirms to us that he has been retained to represent the former president here in Georgia. Remember, he does need an attorney who is licensed here in the state of Georgia. And so Steve Sadow has been brought in. He did give us a statement in which he, like most everyone else in this case, has taken a shot at the district attorney's office saying, quote, "The president should never have been indicted. He is innocent of all the charges brought against him. We look forward to the case being dismissed, or if necessary, an unbiased, open-minded jury finding the president not guilty." That is from his legal counsel, who will be representing him today. And this will be their first time meeting here at the Fulton County Jail. Nick.
Robert Sherman live in Atlanta, Georgia, where we expect the former president to appear in a matter of hours. Robert, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.